They'll go again with Robinson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Another run here for Robinson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Second and 7. And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. Yeah. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Gain of 8.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead.
Falcons 7, Raiders 0.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. And that's where the offense will take the field. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out, Greg, by the former Hoosier, the rookie quarterback from Indiana.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
They'll run with the Boise State product, Ashton Genty. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A gain of 24 yards.
A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Raider first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
It's 2nd down.
That is Deshaun Hand, able to pursue his man and drop him for a loss of 4.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. Mason Smith getting in for the sack, and now it's going to be 3rd and a mile.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them. Early in this game, that's already 2 sacks allowed.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Needless to say, there aren't many plays on the call sheet for that down and distance, so instead of doing something crazy and forcing a ball into coverage, he realizes that primary read wasn't there. Throw this ball away and puts it into this drive.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Falcons offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That's caught left side by Pitts. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Now Tua. Going right sideline and complete. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
We spend so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
And he'll somehow turn this into a net positive, getting out of bounds after a pickup of a yard.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Third, they need 8. From the gun, here's Tua. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game.
Just an ugly-looking kick right from the jump, Mike. I mean, it was the snap initially. That led to a bad hold. That led to a little bit of a mistiming of the kicker's steps. And you add all that up, and that's the kick you get.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Best that time, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
It's 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down. Quarter 2 begins. It is Raider football as they've got it with 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to another 1st down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. Easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
We'll run the toss to Genty. We'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down.
A 7-yard gain.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy game, and they pick up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Bowers the man in motion. Here's Genty. And the Raiders are going to be set up 1st and goal. Strong running brings them to the 9.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Raiders 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. From the 1, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
I typically like to see the play-action pass on the early downs, Mike. Now they find themselves on 3rd down. The defense is more prepared for the pass. They get stopped twice with the run. Do they go back to it a 3rd time and take their chances?
In motion, Besh. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
From the 2, they're going to go for it here. It is 4th and goal. Back to throw. And he'll take it on in. Trey Tucker.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Matt Gayon for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Raiders will level things out at 7 apiece. We'll step aside. We're all time, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Devin Tompkins on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And this will go for much, maybe a couple, but he does show you that make-you-miss ability that he has.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Tua. He's going to let this one go deep. That is brought in. And he will score. Touchdown Atlanta. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Folk now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Falcons will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14, Raiders 7.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. From a 6. Here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Raiders offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll get this off to Genty. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Look middle, and it's caught by Beck. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 11 yards on the connection there. 1st down, Vegas.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He gets this one to Tucker. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. They'll look to throw yet again. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Raider 1st down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early. And that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
33-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. They're keeping on the ground with Genty. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
A 52-yard attempt.
His kick is good. And the Raiders are back within 4 at 14-10.
Raiders 10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. Here comes Tompkins on the return. Now a hit, and he lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. The Falcons offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. Second down and 8. A shotgun snap for Tua. That one taken in by London. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
A gain there of 10 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
That is hard. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. This defense is backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line. From a little closer, here's second and goal. Throwing is Tua. To the goal line and in. Austin Hooper. Touchdown, Falcons. Now, Folk on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 21-10 lead.
Raiders 10.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Raiders' offense headed back to take over once more. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 20 up on a first down. Bowers, the man in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Rolling right. Now he takes off. And he'll be brought down around the 38-yard line.
At
Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. It's second down. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
Now the Raiders going to use their third and final timeout. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on third down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw.
Mendoza's pass, complete to number 18, Jeff Dash. It's a gain of 5, brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions, and I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs, because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there. You're not going to get away with that consistently in the NFL. Throw it away. Really nice job here by the young quarterback.
That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Down behind the line.
2nd and 12.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
In motion, Besh. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15. And a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They did a nice job skipping away from one tackle. Then going forward, gain of 5. It'll be second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll go again with Genty.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. They're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Third and 2. Here we go. A give, and here's Lowby. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it end. He does. First down.
That's good.
And with the ball on your side of the 50, if they didn't pick it up there, I think it would have been really interesting, Mike, to see if they would have thought about going for it on fourth down. I think they would have, but I guess we'll never know because he's able to pick up the first down anyway.
In motion, Besh. Now, faking the give. That's left side to Tucker. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's a handoff to Genty. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
From the 39, here's a first and 10. Once again, it's Genty. And he'll take this to about their 38-yard line. Jalen Walker there to make the play.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
It is second and 9. Run right up the guts of Genty. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
A gain of 10 yards.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
On the handoff, this is Genty. He brought down inside the 25. Christian Harris there on the stop.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll step up and run.
A gain of 6. And the Raider first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
14 yards.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Here's a run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So,
and he barrels his way into the end zone. Ashton Jeanty, touchdown Raiders. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The offense staying put. They will go for two.
The Raiders will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And he will get in for the two. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here comes Tompkins on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
The Falcons take over.
Here comes Drake London, the rest of that Atlanta offense getting set to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of Robinson.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 4. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Off-balance throw. It's complete to mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
First down.
15 yards through the air. First down, Atlanta.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there. And that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
Complete to number 84. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, here's Tua. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Here comes the jet sweep. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and not going to be allowed a game.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down, or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone.
It's a gain of 31 yards.
Big one here in the 4th quarter. 31 yards.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open, short throws, turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Taken down by Nakobe Dean. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Raiders' 10-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's 2. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd down.
Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. They'll try to sneak it here, and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Tua Tagovailoa, touchdown Atlanta. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Folk now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Raiders 18.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. The throw on the run is complete. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
And the Las Vegas First down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll find 50 at the backfield. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain of 11.
11 yards on the pass there. First down, Vegas.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Raiders.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. A ball deep for the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. And it's incomplete. What great work to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw. And even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway. And it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Oh, he had the distance, but it doinks off the upright. No good. And this will remain a 2-possession game.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
The Falcons offense and Tua Tagovailoa making their way back out. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. On first down, it's Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. Trying to bounce that one outside, but only to be able to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
Tua now on third down. That's complete. He's got it to London. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On the handoff, here's Robinson running right. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now, after that last snap, we have an injured player. It's Bijan Robinson, who's in some pain down there. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Tyler Goodson. And he skips away nicely for that first defender. It's a pickup of 5. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Tua. This one is caught right side by Zacchaeus. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down. 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. You're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. They'll run with Robinson. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, we'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson. This defense backs up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Up until this point, this pass rush has been pretty non-existent, so a pretty good time in the game to get their first sack. They're trying to get off the field and give the ball back to their offense and see if they can pull off this comeback.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Falcons will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. This is 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Now, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
Here comes 2nd down. Back to throw. Throw right side is taken in by Beck. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
That's good for a Las
Pickup
Vegas
of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Raider first down.
First down.
So we heard about this budding connection all the way back in training camp in the summer. So it's nice to see those reps starting to translate on game day. And he's going
to be followed up and taken down. They got him. So it's a win here for the Falcons. They proved much the best in this one. To get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Falcons are winners as we say so long from Atlanta.
of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Peach State. Welcome to Georgia, where Freddie Falcon soars from the rafters inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium, just west of downtown Atlanta. Tonight, a good one on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Atlanta Falcons.
26, Atlanta Falcons.
Mike Tirico with my partner Greg Olson, the veteran Nick Folk to get this one started. Off we go from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. He'll get this out to the 25-yard line, but a penalty marker may bring it back a bit.
Automatic first down.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Pass caught right side by Fulton.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Mahomes now to throw again. He'll locate Fulton over the middle. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Off in the safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's complete to Rice. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher.
Still 3rd down.
So, from 3rd and 2, back them up to 3rd and 7. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got his man. That's Fulton. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Kansas City.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around,
that's over the middle and intercepted. That's for linebacker Christian Harris.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
The Falcons set to take over here on offense, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
They'll go again with Robinson. And the manage to pick up about 4. That is Omar Norman Lott. There to play him down.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Slot man in motion right. Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
And the Falcons.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Off play action, it's Tua. He'll get that to Zacchaeus. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 4. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain
that
of 29.
one good for 29.
And the Falcons.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not. And it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Tua. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. This is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think, obviously, you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to see the football for the second time. They had the interception on that opening drive. It only led to a field goal, so 3-0 as the offense comes back out 1st and 10. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Play action here. Mahomes got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
They get 20 on the connection. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
It's a gain of 20.
I love this call, Mike. Defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy 1st down. Really well done.
A handoff, running left is Walker. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So we are through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. 3-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2 from the 44-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8 as we are ready to get back underway. Rush to his left.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction. He's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
3rd down, 3 to go. Gray is the motion man here. 3rd and short. Here's Patrick. Open man. That's the tight end, Gray. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. It's a gain of 10.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's 1st and 10. They run with Walker. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
The tackle made by Jesse Bates. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
So from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That is brought in at the 10. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
This is just like recess, just playing one-on-one football and saying, all right, I'm throwing you the ball. You got to go get open. This is a great job by the receiver selling it at the top of his route. The defender thought he was defending a deep ball. He sticks his foot in the ground and comes back. Well-timed, well-executed, and a nice pickup.
On the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the Falcons' 7-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 for second and goal. Mahomes back. Now he'll run it. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
A gain of 1 yard.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn into a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up third down.
A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on 3rd and goal. That is caught.
Mahomes pass.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Good blocking, and he's in. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City.
You just had a feeling that this might be coming, right? It's kind of been brewing all game, Mike. You see it so often on 4th down. The most difficult play to defend deep in the red zone is quarterback scrambling. The defense lets the quarterback get outside the pocket. It puts so much pressure on your paced defenders in the secondary, and they can't latch on, and he takes it on himself.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs move out to a 7-3 lead.
Chiefs 7, Falcons 3.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Tyler Goodson. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, here's Tua. To the right, that's Pitts. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 23 yards. It's good for a Falcons first down.
At the 42-yard line.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a yard. A Another run here for Robinson. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons are back within 1. It's 7-6.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Tackle made by Jesse Bates. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
2 minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this first half. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
To Rashid Rice. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Jesse Bates on the cover.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Tompkins to return it. And this winds up a very nice return. He's able to get up past the 40-yard line.
At their own 44-yard line.
Here's Bijan Robinson. And the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. On 1st and 10, here's Tua. Open man left side, that's Zacchaeus. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
Out of bounds, just short
You
of
can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Quickly to the outside and complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. Now a timeout. Atlanta. That's their first as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's 2. That one's over the middle and into the hands of Zacchaeus. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's into the hands of Zacchaeus.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Now Tua. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Tua. His throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Out of the end zone.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They're going to put a man in motion to the right. Again, it's Tua. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to be close to the first down. Markham just a yard short of the line to gain, so that'll bring up third and short yardage.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense. That penalty is declined.
Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision, as this ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
A first down throw for Mahomes. Open man downfield, it's Rice. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. Here comes Tompkins on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Back to throw is Tua. Short throw taken by Pitts. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
14 yards. And the Falcons first down. First and 10.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Now Robinson finding room across midfield. A big gain. They finally get him down, but hold everything. There is a flag on the field. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that first down play.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Quick throw, taken in, and they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Third down.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak, and he is going to have that Falcons first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And let's give them about 4 on that one. Who's Tranquil up to make the tackle.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 5. They run over center with Robinson. And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. First down and more inside the 30. And he'll take this one in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons.
And that's one of the best elements of this run game is just how explosive they can be. And it has felt like they've been on the verge of breaking one a few times here, Mike, and then they finally make it happen here. Catch the end zone first time today.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Falcons will make it a two-score game as they are now up 9.
Chiefs 7.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Nico Remigio to bring it back. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. To throw is Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That's a gain of 19.
Kansas City Chiefs.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football. And I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defense. You stick that foot in the ground. Work back to the quarterback. Friendly to the ball. And really nice job picking up the first down.
Down the sideline, past the 40. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. Big play after big play to start this drive. 34 for that one.
A gain of 34 yards.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last two plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass, they adjust. You soften them up a little bit, you take advantage for the big gain on the ground. At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Throwing now. Mahomes. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he will be out of bounds, but you saw that penalty flag come in. Looked like the defender got a head start.
That penalty is declined.
Now it is first and goal. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
This is a play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck, I might be able to get 1 yard myself. That's disappointing that they're unable to capitalize.
Third and goal. Mahomes. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete. It brings up 4th down. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
After the made field goal, Buckner back on the field to send this one away. On the return is Goodson. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
10 yards on the
This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up. And until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
On the ground is Robinson. He'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
A 5-yard gain.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
So 1st and 10 here now at the 38. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Here's a toss, left side for Robinson. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
I promise you, Mike, on paper, that linebacker is accounted for. But with his speed and his ability to sniff this toss out from the jump, they had no chance catching up to him. He makes a beeline to the ball and brings the ball carrier down for a loss.
Third and long. Here's Tua. Now a shot here, deep middle. And that is incomplete. Contact, bust, no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Returnable for Remigio. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
Check.
First down throw. Mahomes. Got a man over the middle. It's worthy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's good for a Kansas City.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Monday Night Primetime continues after this. Walker now gets us going here in the 4th quarter. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll get this complete to Walker.
Mahomes pass. Complete to Kenneth Walker. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 45-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Pass caught right side by Thornton. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And a Kansas City Chiefs.
A gain there of 24 yards. First down,
First and
KC.
10 at the 31-yard line.
Here in the 4th quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this tackle there, he pushes forward. He'll give him 4 yards.
26.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That is caught. He gets the hook up with Price. And he will score. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Chiefs. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Falcons 16.
Time to kick it back the other way. On the return is Goodson. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion right. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
At the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run with Robinson. And not much there. Quick defense. Held to no gain.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tua. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Atlanta.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. You know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
And he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Here's Tagovailoa. There's a short one to Hooper. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw for Tua. Over the middle, that's his tight end pitch. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And that'll be a gain of 2 and a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10. And here's Bijan finding room to the 20. And he won't quite get to the end zone, but they're going to be set up at the 2-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 32 yards.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
So the field goal here gets you the late lead. You got to think you want 6 when you have it 1st down and goal.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Still 1st down.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcon touchdown. What a game. This has been back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
All right, so the Falcons try to add on a two-point conversion here.
The Falcons will
Throwing is Tua. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football.
The attempt at the
And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. Unfortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Here's Smith to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, this crowd, they're trying to force a false start. What noise before 3rd and inches. The RPO, that one is complete. Still going inside the 20. And he will go all the way. Rashee Rice, touchdown Chiefs. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
This becomes a big spot here for the Chiefs. They will indeed go for 2.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
That's out quickly and complete. And he is not able to get to the goal line, so they stop him and not bump the lead up to 3. It remains a 1-point game. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return is Goodson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson. And the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. London brought in motion. They'll drop to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Defense has a chance to all but end this game, but they can't secure the interception, and now the offense has new life. But is there enough time? Do they have enough opportunities still to find themselves in position to go try to pull this one out?
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Throwing up top. And that'll be incomplete. They took their shot downfield. Now let's check on the flag.
Still 3rd down.
So here comes 3rd and 5. Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. That's on the guard, Chris Lindstrom. Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tungavailoa. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
That's a 46-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Quick throw, taken in.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
3rd and 2.
Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. Throwing again, it's Tua. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense, and then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot, and with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
All right, so the Falcons try to add on a 2-point conversion here.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Well, the Jets sweep to try to pick it up, and he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Remigio now on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. This is 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, and at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Double as good there. They get the 1st down and save a timeout.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best 1st down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
Over the middle, that's the tight end, Gray. Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Now 2nd and inches. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. There's that man again, another catch. Now KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now to throw again. That's going to be caught by Gray. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now final chance to stop it here. Timeout coming with 10 seconds remaining in the game.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Another try, 2nd and 10. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. So it's a win here for the Falcons. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons are winners as we say so long from Atlanta.